Hello, hello, hello. My name is Dr. Carrington Falk, and I just want to talk to you today about having meaning for innovation in education. On the road to innovation, it's very important that we have meaning, because if we don't know where we're trying to go and where we're trying to reach with our goals, how are we going to get there? How are we going to get there? And another step from that and forward is we need to have a meaning for the change that's going to happen. Because if we're wanting innovation to happen, we're wanting change to happen. So when you see the change, that's when you're seeing the innovation. And a lot of times we get stuck there because we don't want to disrupt what's already here. But if you look at it, what's already here may not be working, right? And it may have been created by somebody that's not even here right now. Just think about that. Things that are here right now that no one's touched for hundreds, if not thousands of years. And of course, tradition is really good. Like, it's great to have tradition, but we're talking about those things that could be changed to make things better. So we want to define innovation in education beyond a buzzword. And you see it all the time. Each year, there's 3 million buzzwords in education. So just throw innovation in there, just a buzzword. Well, the thing is that we need to have meaning for that word. Because yes, if you just throw it out there, it has no meaning, then where are we even going? Are we even on the road to innovation? That's why we need creative leadership, because we need people to not only see where we're going, but get us going. It's a necessity to have meaning in education, but we need to have an individual meaning, because that's what we do. We each have a different meaning. That's why things are subjective a lot of times, because people are perceiving different meaning, and they're just looking at it from a different perspective. We need to look at it from our perspective and define this word. So when you look at the word innovation, you want to look at the definition of the word innovation, because innovation is a process by which a domain, and when we're talking about domains, we're talking about education. A product or service is renewed and brought up to date by applying new processes, new techniques, or establishing successful ideas to create new value. New value. The creation of value is a defining characteristic of innovation. So you have to create value. You have to create value with innovation. And like I said, we're in education. We're not talking about a product or service, we're talking about a domain. I think people look past the domain. They look past the domain because the domain of education is important. I just want to continue to talk to you guys about just putting meaning to innovation. I mean, just look at it. Innovation has value. That's a defining characteristic of innovation. So when you're looking at innovation for you, what is the value you want to receive? What is the value you're going for, right? We're talking about value. So that's what we really need to be talking about. We talked about innovation. We talked about innovation having value. And we want to also talk about how innovation is internalized. A lot of times we may not know how to define our innovation. And then sometimes we may define it, but we may not know how to pivot from that innovation, because we're just laser focused on that particular innovation in our lives and that meaning of it. We need to have purpose-driven innovation. And so when we're in education, that's even more important, because we're dealing with students, we're dealing with people. Money is very important in education, of course, and it's definitely part of it. But at the end of the day, the money should be going to the students. Every educator is at work, a large percent of why, right, is they're there for kids, right? They're there for students. That is the product. That is the innovation. That's the change. That's a lot of people's meaning. That's a lot of people's meaning. So it's our responsibility to infuse meaning into our innovation. And you can get this meaning and be inspired from many different things. And then you could also be inspired by your kids in different things prescribed to your meaning. But it's really important that you know that this meaning, this innovation, this must be tied to educational goals, and that there must be goals that we have for students, because this is why we're here. This is why many people are in education. I'm not going to speak for everyone, but I'll speak for me. I'm in education for students, and so when you want to have these educational goals, of course, students need to be part of them because we need to have them be part of those outcomes. So I want to encourage you to prescribe your own meaning to your own innovation. And while you're doing that, I have a resource for you. It's the Thought Innovation Checklist, 10 questions for creative educational leaders like yourself. This is a guide. If you go back to these 10 questions, it'll get you going and get you sparked to handle that innovation and to really think it through. We need to be thinking. We need to be asking more questions. And this is going to help you to do that. The Thought Innovation Checklist, 10 questions for creative educational leaders. Thank you for being here with me today. I will talk with you soon on the road to innovation.